Good morning. This is Miss Tasha again, and I have to quickly, in case some people actually didn't see my first three, what is my favorite color? Ta-da! And what does Miss Tasha just love to eat?
I love chocolate.
And of course, the last thing, of course, is my wonderful voice that I have, that they have to put the microphone down. They can't have it around my neck, and you'll understand why.
Yep.
All right, now, if you'll notice, I have my cute little wonderful dingleberry wonderful red, white, and blue on because Miss Tasha, being a retired teacher, what is the holiday that is coming up next Monday? It's a very important holiday. And if I were with a lot of you, I would be going around like this. A lot of you would say 4th of July, and I go, no, it's May 25th. It is Memorial Day. And very quickly, Memorial Day it started as an event to honor all the soldiers who died in the Civil War. That's way back in 1861 to 1865. And they did it then. But then it got where they wanted to honor, as it went through the history, more people who had passed away in wars. So in 1971, they finally made it official that Memorial Day would always be the fourth Monday in May, and it is to honor all of the soldiers and men and women who died in the wars, all of the wars. So that's why Miss Tasha has this on. All right, now today, I am going to read things more about animals and wildlife. And of course, I do have to throw in some other things because that's just Miss Tasha. But the first one I'm going to read to you, this one is really nice because you are going to have to give me the sound that the animal or the bird makes. This is Roar Like a Lion. It's by Tiffany Beak. She also illustrated it. And the publisher is Gulhan Children's Books. And all of these here that are listed are all endangered species. So that's why I wanted to read this. All right, here we go. And here's this little teeny tiny mouse. Okay, that's a little tiny mouse. Lion, can I ask you a question? Squeaks little mouse as he runs over. Okay, but what does the lion do? Roar! Yes, he's roaring as loud as he can, and he can't hear. Oh, so then the little mouse goes to a parrot. Okay, this is a parrot. And you know what they do. Oh my goodness, they can really squawk. Parrot, can I ask you a question? Squeaks little mouse. But parrot is too busy. Squawk! He's squawking up in a tree, so he can't hear. Oh, everybody knows what this one is. Oh boy. Crocodile, can I ask you a question? Squeaks little mouse. But crocodile is busy. Are you ready? I want everyone with your hands out like this. Snap. Okay, so you're doing like a crocodile. With his enormous jaws, they can't hear. Oh, look at this one. Everybody knows what this one is, don't you? It's a panda. Panda, can I ask you a question? Squeaks little mouse from a branch. But panda is busy munching on bamboo. So everybody ready? And you can be really loud. It's all right because Miss Tasha said it is. All right, everybody munch loud. Like you're having bamboo. Oh, my dog likes bamboo, but I don't care for it. Oh, and the last one. Turtle, can I ask you a question? Said little mouse. But the turtle is too busy splashing. Everybody move your arms. Move around. You need to move your arms. Splashing in the water so she can't hear. And then finally, the little mouse comes upon a whole bunch of little mice. Little mice, can I ask you all a question? Squeaked little mouse. The little mice all stopped squeaking. Oh, you be my friends. Yes. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to see how well you did. All right, here we go. All right, what's the name of this one? The first one, and remember, what does he do? He roars. Okay, the lion. And just to let you know, the Asiatic lion can now roam safely in the huge Gir National Park and Lion Sanctuary in India. So this lion is from India. Okay, this one, the bird that makes the terrible sound, squawk, a parrot. The New Zealand government started the fight to save the flightless cockapoo parrot from extinction in the 1950s. So see, people way back when knew that they had to save these animals and birds. All right, of course, you know this one, the snapping, yeah, the crocodile. Although the Cuban crocodile is still threatened, its population is slowly starting to climb up. All right, and the wonderful panda, of all of these, the panda's doing the best because it said the panda has a much higher chance of survival because in the national forest habitat is looking better now because they're making sure there's enough bamboo. And then, of course, the turtle. And the turtle, remember, was splashing around in the water. And successful results have been achieved when local people get involved in protecting sea turtles. So there you go. Very good. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, well, I was going to read you a book called Harry the Hummingbird and a lesson learned because hummingbirds sometimes can be very, territorial and not let anybody else drink out of the feeder. But if you get the Ledger Dispatch, which I hope a lot of you do, last Friday there was this in the paper and then you could do this wonderful picture in the back too. So, I have a challenge for you. Remember it says okay, wait a minute, I gotta get my wonderful, here we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Here's my hummingbird, okay? You have to just imagine that this is a book. All right, I can hover. See, it's hovering. I can fly up. I can fly down. I can fly sideways. I can fly backwards. I can even fly upside down like a helicopter. All right. Now, another nice thing about them is that they can hear better than us, but they can't smell anything. But here's your challenge on the hummingbird. I can move my tongue 13 times per second to drink. Can you? So I want you to get an older brother or sister or your parents, and I want them to time you how many seconds or minutes does it take you to do your tongue back and forth 13 times. And you got to remember they do it in 1 second. That's your hummingbird challenge, okay? All right, so that one's done. Now, now we're going to do a chipmunk one. Now this chipmunk, you guys, I had really hard because there were 2 chipmunk ones I wanted to do. One of them was how the chipmunk got its stripes, and that's about teasing and bragging. But when I got this book, Chippy Chipmunk, Parties in the Garden, this lady, who I will tell you her name, all right, it is Kathy M. Miller, and she also did all these beautiful pictures. She wrote the story and did the pictures. The publisher is Celtic Sunrise Pre-Press Production in 2009, and it's Chippy Chipmunk, Parties in the Garden. And these, she took 2 years. She took pictures of this wonderful little chipmunk. Look at all of them. Oh my goodness, they are so good. And there he is, peeking out there, and it even is autographed. I love it when I get them autographed. Okay, here we go. Chippy Chipmunk awoke from his long winter nap, feeling hungry. He scampered up to the top of a big rock and listened for signs of danger. He has to be careful because I'll tell you at the end who are some of his predators that try to get him. Oh, bluebirds and cardinals sang their sweet songs of spring. Munch, munch, munch. Isn't that a darling cottontail? Look at, it's eating a dandelion. I know, it's eating a dandelion. Well, Chippy set off to explore the garden. He hopped on a chair and bounded up a bush. Then he ran up and down a tree where he met, oh my goodness, a bushy gray squirrel that was cleaning his tail. Isn't that neat? Oh, now here he is with the flowers, guys. He danced cheerfully around the flowers and he tickled his nose. And look at, he even stretched up high on the tips of his toes to go ahead and smell that flower. Oh, yes. All right. Yippee! Chippy chirped, discovering a soft patch of leaves. He stuffed in his mouth full, and he dashed off to his secret burrow. This will make a nice, comfy bed. He covered his burrow with stones that he collected from an underground drainage pit. Now, how do you suppose he carried all those stones? Because you've seen his little tiny hands, his little tiny paws. Are you ready? You got to see this. Look at there, and then he starts here, and then, my goodness, look at this. His cheek pouches can carry just about anything. He has really, that's how he carries it, kind of like his groceries and everything. Well, foraging for food, Chippy zigzagged through plants. He always stayed alert for signs of predators. He surprised a flicker who was feeding on ants. Ants? Yuck! Squealed Chippy. Grubs are my favorite bugs. Peeking through the garden blossoms, he sniffed around for a scrumptious nut, seed, or berry. He even stayed out when it rained. It's pouring down rain, and there he is. Every so often, he felt itchy. Using his hind foot, he scratched himself vigorously like a dog or a cat. And here he is, a little chipmunk, and he's doing that. Can you see him? Can you see him? Peekaboo. There he is. Behind what color flowers? Purple, I know. Suddenly, he felt a vibration. Uh-oh, he thought. Chippy said, I make a tasty meal for a snake. He sat very still. Ready? What do you think it's going to be? It was only a box turtle. It was wandering slowly through the grass. She even let out a big yawn and then continued on her way, so she didn't have to worry about a box turtle. Well, Chippy felt thirsty, so he darted over to the bird bath. He stretched his body over the edge and he slurped up the cool water. Now look at him, oh my goodness. Determined to find food, he scooted to the top of a branch for a better look. Then he spotted something great. Hooray! He shouted, it's party time! And wait till you see, not only did he come, but a chickadee did, a downy woodpecker, a nuthatch, a little titmouse, and a blue jay. What the lady put out, she put out this ring and she put peanuts in it for all the birds. They were all having a peanut party. Chippy quickly stopped hunting for acorns because he just couldn't wait to go to the peanut party. So he wagged his tail side to side and he hatched his plan. How was he going to get there? Okay, so first, his feet gripped the pole and he flew up, and then with a flying leap, oh my goodness, she even caught the picture of him right in midair. He landed, and of course, what did he get? A peanut. Oh, he retrieved his prize. With a hop, skip, and a jump, whoo, whoo, look at how fast. She had to have that going really fast. He went ahead and he speeded back to one of his secret hiding places. He stashed his bounty in his burrow. Back and forth, he ran to the feeder until his burrow and his tummy were full. Now it's time to take a chipmunk bath. All right, so first he starts with his face and everything, and he has his little tongue out here. He licks his paws clean to his face, and then he whisks his tail through his mouth. He didn't forget to wash behind his ears. Okay, now Miss Tasha, I want you to be truthful. Do you have to be reminded to wash behind your ears, or are you good like Chippy and wash behind your ears like you're supposed to? If I were there, I'd go, I don't know about this. Then he stretched out his legs and he gave one more, each one of them a good scrub. Well, Chippy was heading back to the garden when all of a sudden he saw a most terrifying sight. And this picture is, I'm hoping they will do a close-up, because when I turned the page and saw it for the first time, I went, oh my gosh. This, and look how big, this is a red-tailed hawk, was driving straight for him. Look at that. And that's why it needs to be up close, because you can see the eyes on that hawk. Oh my gosh. Run, Chippy, run! You didn't really think he would catch me, did you? Let's party! And so now he's partying. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of this, but then I'm also gonna tell about the one that you're gonna be getting in the paper. He can hold 6 acorns or 30 sunflower seeds. Well, in this one, it says that they can gather 165 nuts in a day. I want you to know how much Miss Tasha really wants to make sure you guys get the point. I actually collected 165 acorns, and I will tell you it took me more than one day to collect them. But that is 165 acorns. I thought that was kind of interesting. Then another thing is that they can jump a distance of 2 feet. Remember you saw that picture with them jumping? They really can do it. The average lifespan is about 2 to 3 years, but it's possible for them to live 10 years. There are 24 species of chipmunks in North America and 1 in Asia. And it says they build elaborate burrows with multiple tunnels, chambers, and entrances. They can conceal the 2-inch burrow entrance by plugging them up with dirt. All right, so now on this one, I have to show you, and I have to stand up because you got to see this. All right, on this one, all right, I already did the nuts, that you can do the nuts, okay? My cheeks are my grocery bags that goes 3 times bigger than their head. Now it says, boy, can I tunnel. And it said, I can make my burrow entrance really long, 30 feet long. So, of course, what color did Miss Tasha have to have? A purple one, right? I am going to show you how long 30 feet is. There, 1. Keep going. Okay, to have it there. There. Oh my gosh, there. We're not there. Oh my word. And here. I'm still not done. I'm still not to 30 feet yet. There. Oh my God. There. Oh, can I do it all the way? There. That is 30 feet. So this is a tunnel underneath the ground 30 feet before you get to his burrow. I thought that was interesting. Okay, now I'm going to stand on this one too. One of the things they do, he says, is that I make sounds. I talk a lot. I do chip chip, I do wop wop, and I even can sing like a bird, chirp chirp. So you are going to do this twice, and I want you to see if you can be as loud as Miss Tasha when you're doing this. Are you ready? Here we go. Chip chip, wop wop, chirp chirp. Again, chip chip, wop wop, chirp chirp. I don't know how well you did, but I'm sure you did well. So anyway, look for this in this week's Ledger Dispatch, and I do have a because my neighbor is the one, Sandy Green is the one who gave me all this, and I want you to know about our Tri-County Wildlife. It is very important. It's a wild and true tale from Tri-County Wildlife Care, and it's dedicated to our amazing friends like you. And this is a true story. Nearby, there's a magical place all around us. Wildlife of all kinds live in the forest, in the rivers, in the streams, and in the meadows. People live here too, helping each other, and the animals live together peacefully. Sometimes the wild animals run into trouble, like the beaver who got lost and got sick. But the caring volunteers at Tri-County Wildlife Care helped the beaver with special medicine and food and a bathtub to swim in until he got better. Beaver is now in his new home, thriving in his new pond, and their caring is so healing that many more wild animals are back home in their forest or stream or meadow. Other times, the wildlife animals are doing just fine, but the good people living near the Tri-County Wildlife Care call, and they think that one of the wildlife animals needs some help. Those same magical volunteers rush to give advice or lend a hand if it turns out help is really needed. We hope you will call too if you think a wild animal needs help from the kind people at Tri-County Wildlife Care. Because saving wildlife saves us. And there is a little tiny baby possum, and here is them, they are feeding birds, little baby birds. So anyway, I had to make sure that I got that plug in for them. All right, next one. Oh, goodness, this is so much fun. All right. This one is The Adventures of Frank and Mustard, and it's called Stuck in the Mud. It's written by Simon Calcarchia, I can never say it, it's a long name, and illustrated by Arturo Alvarez. It's published by Book Publishers Network in 2016. Now here's the best part about this. Oh my gosh. In 2017, at our Dandelion Days here in Jackson, I was working the booth for the Sierra Madre Garden Club, and right next to us was this wonderful man right here. And he is, you guys, a quadriplegic. That means he cannot, and here's another picture of him that's better. This is what he was in. He's in a motorized wheelchair. He was playing rugby down in Australia and in 2002. But he did not give up, which is part of this book. He did not give up, and he wrote 2 books. And of course I had to get them because of course I read to kids. And you know what he did for me? He said, "To Miss Tasha, I love purple." He loves purple too. Wasn't that nice of him? So this is Frank and Mustard stuck in the mud. Frank, let's go check out that trail. Yeah. I see butterflies. Oh, look at the butterflies. Because that's that cute little bird Mustard. Mustard! Frank! Uh-oh. What's wrong, buddy? I am stuck! See, because he is disabled. He doesn't have his back legs don't work. He has to have wheels. Grrr! What are we going to do? Pull! She's pulling on his ears. Nah, that didn't work. What do we do now, Frank? I don't know, Mustard. I have an idea, Frank. Oh, he found a rope. Okay, hold on to this, Frank. Now this little bird is going to try to get him out with him holding on to the rope. Are you ready? There he goes. Look, there goes Mustard. Kaplosh! Uh-oh, it broke. What are we going to do now? Oh, no. And here is a light bulb. And a lot of times in books, when somebody has a good idea, they put it in a little bubble and they have a light bulb and they turn it on like, I have an idea. That's what that means, in case you didn't know. I will be right back. Frank, I bought some help. Well, where are they? Look, they're down here. Guess what Mustard brought? Ants. A whole bunch of ants. Now, I know ants can carry a lot more than they weigh, but I don't know about getting Frank out. It goes, "Sergeant Ant, at your service. Let's go, troops." So they're all holding on. See, they're all holding on to the rope with Mustard at the end. Ready? Here we go. I want you to do this 3 times with me. I want you to say heave ho 3 times. Ready? Heave ho, heave ho, heave ho. Mustard, I am still stuck. Hold on, Frank. I'll come back with more help. So there he goes. And here's somebody else he has. Frank, I want you to meet my new furry friends. They're rats, guys. We are Ratario, Rotondo, and Rotissimo. Mustard told us you need some help. Let's try this again. Okay, remember, you're going to do it 3 times. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Heave, ho, heave, ho, heave, ho. I am going to be stuck here forever. Hold on, Frank. We just need a little more help. Who is he bringing? You know what kind of animal that is? It's a pig. A big pig. Hi, Frank. I'm Mr. Oinky. Can I help? Mr. Oinky, please help me get out of this mud. All right, here we go. Last time. I know they'll do it this time. Everybody really loud. Here we go. Heave, ho, heave, ho, heave, ho. That's the ants and Mustard and the rats and the pig. Hooray! We did it! They got him out of the mud! Yay! All right, great teamwork, everyone. Let's have some free ice cream. And, of course, he's eating chocolate. See, I knew I liked that pig. And even the little rats have ice cream, and they even put an ice cream cone down on the ground for the ants. Oh, he's eating a green one. Is that lime? I don't know. And then she looks like she has a strawberry one, but he has the chocolate one. All right, so very quickly, I just have to ask you a couple questions, okay? Oh, where's the questions? Where's the questions? Here we go. All right, that is the end. Okay, which one of those characters was your favorite character? You can discuss that. How do you think Frank felt after getting stuck in the mud? If sometimes you get stuck somewhere and you can't get out or something. What would you do if you were stuck in a similar situation and needed some help? And what would you do if you saw someone who was stuck and needed help? Would you go in and help them? And of course, the last question is the easiest one at all, because you know what Miss Tasha's answer is going to be. What is your favorite ice cream? And of course, you know mine's chocolate. Okay, very good. Oh my gosh, you guys are good. All right, so now let me see what we're doing next. I have to keep my little thing here. All right, we're here. Okay, we did the, okay. Now, all right. Oh my gosh. In fact, Jack asked me, Jack Mitchell, she says, you didn't do Walter the Farting Dog, because when I came up here, and you will see next time when I do it, why Walter the Farting Dog is so special to me. Well, I actually got this book because I thought, oh my goodness. And the kids loved it. Now remember, I've been reading this book since 2003 because I allowed them to say the word fart. And so when they came home, when I'd see the parents out, they'd go, are you the one who lets the kids say fart? I said, yes, because it's in the book, Walter the Farting Dog. Now, the one negative thing about this one is what I do with the kids is they have to find a spider on the pages. So since you can't really see it, I'm going to just point out the little spider. There's only one page in this whole entire book that doesn't have a spider. And it's really fun. You're just going to love it. And this book is for everyone who's ever felt misjudged or misunderstood. All right, this is Walter the Farting Dog. It's by William Kotzwinkle and Glenn Murray. It's autographed by Audrey Coleman, and it's published by Frog Limited in Berkeley, California. All right, here we go. Betty and Billy brought Walter home from the pound. Nobody wanted him, said Billy. But we love him, said Betty. Well, he smells awful, said their mother. I think you better give him a bath. And there is the little spider. It's on a flower, okay? Well, Mother walked in and said, whoo, he still smells awful. That's when they got the first clue, the telltale bubbles in the water. Now, be truthful with Miss Tasha. Sometimes when you're in the bathtub, do you let one go and all of a sudden you see bubbles coming up? I bet you do. He's probably just a little nervous, said Mother, hopefully. His stomach must be upset. But Walter's stomach wasn't upset. Walter's stomach was fine. He felt perfectly normal. He just liked to fart a lot. That's the way it is. And this time, the spider is way behind the toilet. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, Lordy. Look. Oh, and I have to tell you about this cat. You got to really look at the cat in every single one of the pictures. Because the lady who illustrated this book, that's her cat. And her cat really does all these crazy things, so I just thought I'd let you know. Well, he did it when he bathed. He did it when he played with Betty and Billy. He did it when he walked around the house. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see or not, but there's little clouds all over the place. He did it in the dining room, he did it in the kitchen, and he did it in his sleep. And this time the little spider is up on top of the roof of there, yes. Oh, this time the spider is way up on top of the lamp. Oh my gosh. That dog farts morning, noon, and night, said Father. He can't help it, Daddy, said Betty and Billy. They didn't mind Walter's farts. So what if he farts, Billy said to Betty when they were alone in their room with Walter. Betty agreed. Walter agreed too. He just sat there looking innocently around. What was he doing? I'll let you say it. Farting. Yes, I know. Oh my gosh. Take him to the vet, said father. Okay, this time, you guys, the spider is coming down behind the vet. Farting, said the vet, or rectal flatulence, as we say in the medical profession, and he prescribed a change in Walter's diet. Oh, ready? You aren't going to believe this. They gave Walter every kind of dog food. What did he do? He farted. They tried him on cat food. He farted. They gave him hot dogs, hamburgers, and lettuce and tomato sandwiches. He farted. They gave him fried chicken. He farted. They gave him rabbit food. He farted. They even made him a vegetarian. No matter what that dog eats, he turns it into farts, roared father. And here is the meow chow for the cat. And of course, there is the spider on the meow chow. And of course, Walter's eating it. Oh, and this is cute. And this time, you guys, the spider is coming all the way down, and the cat's looking at the spider, and so is Walter. Walter even got the blame for everybody else's farts, too. If Uncle Irv let one slip, he just went and stood next to Walter. Then all he had to say was, Walter! And then everyone would look at poor Walter. That wasn't nice. Okay, now this time he's over here on the baseboard. He has to go back to the pound, said father. No, Daddy, please, begged Betty and Billy, don't send Walter away. He goes tomorrow, said father. They pleaded, and what did Walter do? He farted. It was all over. That night, Betty and Billy cried in their beds, and Walter looked at them unhappily. Oh, Walter, said Betty, you just got to stop farting, because father's going to send you back to the pound tomorrow, said Billy. Now, this is the one page in this book that does not, believe me, does not have a spider. My grandson actually took a magnifying glass and tried to find it, but of course the cat's peeking in on him. Walter knew how serious the situation was. He'd never see Betty and Billy again. He resolved to hold his farts in forever. When Betty and Billy fell asleep, he walked down to the kitchen to see if there was anything around to eat. He managed to open the cupboard door with his nose and found the 25-pound bag of low-fart dog biscuits the vet had prescribed for him, which, of course, made him even fart more. Oh, I know. Even though he knew they made him fart more, he couldn't resist. He ate the entire bag of low-fart dog biscuits. I should have brought something in that was 25 pounds to show you how much he ate. Very tasty, he said. Oh, my goodness. Look at the cat even has his tongue out. And this time the spider is up on the picture. And then when he lay down on the sofa, a gigantic gas bubble began to build inside him. This is going to be trouble, he said to himself nervously. He was afraid of what might happen if he let it go. He thought maybe the house would explode, so he kept it in. It wasn't easy. In fact, it was torture. But he had to resolve never to fart again. His future depended on it. So as he lay there with his tail wrapped tightly between his legs, he heard a noise at the window. Are you ready? Uh-oh. They don't look good. And here comes the spider down the wall. He watched it slowly open. A pair of burglars came through. They dropped silently into the kitchen. Watch out for the dog, said one of the burglars. He won't bite, said the other. He's a wimp. Walter might have bitten him, except he was so filled with gas that he couldn't move. They tied a rag around his snout so he couldn't even bark. Okay, whispered the first burglar, let's clear the place out. They took everything they could get their hands on. Walter wanted to stop them, and he was having unbearable gas pains, and he rolled on his back, and he waved his paws in the air, and he gnashed his teeth. We got it all, said the second burglar. Let's go. Are you ready for this? Here we go. And that's when Walter let it fly. It was the worst fart of his life. It made a tremendous noise and shot him. Remember, he was on the couch. It shot him across the room. A hideous cloud filled the air. The burglars clutched their throats and unable to breathe. And by the way, it's now on his head. With tears in their eyes, they raced for the window. They tried to grab their bag with all the valuables in it, but their arms were too weak. Let's get out of here. They jumped out the window and started up the block, choking and gasping for air. Still blinded by Walter's attack, they stepped right in the headlights of an approaching police car. Hold it right there, said the policeman. And of course, the spider is still on the bald man's head. When father and mother came down in the morning, they found the open window, and they saw the bag with their valuables in it, and there was Walter sitting right beside it. He still had the rag tied around his snout. You'd have to say he looked heroic. He saved the silverware, cried mother. He saved the VCR, cried father. Good dog, Walter. You're our dog, even if you fart all the time. And this picture makes up, I guess, for that one that they didn't have any. Believe it or not, there's 2 spiders on this one. But you think that this is the end of the story? No, no, no. And so the family learned to live with Walter, the hero dog, and that's the end of our tale. And the spider is back up here, but it's not really. Because see, there he is farting, and they have a big funnel right here. And if you go to the next page, guess what? It says Walter's Wonder Park. 100% natural gas powered. And of course the spider is on the train, and all the lights and everything and all the stuff is powered by Walter's farts. Now that's pretty good farts, I think. Yes. Okay. That's all for today. I hope that you had a good time and you love Walter, because I love Walter too. And remember, even though I didn't get to read it, if you want, you can do How the Chipmunk Got His Stripes. And I was going to read those darn squirrels, but time just ran out. So now I will not, this will air on Tuesday, May 19th. The next one I will be doing will be on Tuesday, June 2nd, and that's going to be all about sports and everything. And I'm even going to read Abbott and Costello's Who's On First. I don't think I can do it the way they did it, but I'm going to try. And then on June 16th, the Tuesday right before Father's Day, I have some wonderful Father's Day books to read too. And of course, I have to read the final Walter the Farting Dog book, of course. So have a good time and see you soon. Bye-bye.